All right, guys, I wanted to show you guys this one. It came in about 2 weeks ago, and I was super excited when I seen it come in on the rollback. This is a 1984 Toyota Land Cruiser, and oh, I wish it was in better shape. I would love to take this one home, but the frame is rotted and the doors have got some rust. The floors are gone, the quarters are gone, and the rocker panels are gone. But this is four-wheel drive, and it was sitting in a garage for quite a while. It did not have a title. They had a lot of people wanting to buy it, but as soon as they found out it didn't have a title, no one actually came to pick it up. So she called us and we came and got it. And this thing is awesome. I love this vehicle. I'm so bummed that it's pretty rough, and I can't even imagine trying to find a frame for one of these. But I'll show you guys here more in depth. I don't know if this is the original color. It was repainted at one time. But it's blue with blue interior, bucket seats. The seats are actually in decent shape. The rear seat is no good. It's actually bent in half. I don't know how it got bent, but it's no good. Passenger seats in decent shape. Driver seats in decent shape, need to be cleaned. Driver seats has got a little bit of spot right there. Headliner looks to be in decent shape, needs to be cleaned. Door panel is missing on the driver's side. All manual controlled doors. This is four-wheel drive, like I said, and it is a manual transmission. It has a 4-speed in it. The clutch is no good in this vehicle. When I went to start it, I had my foot on the clutch pedal depressed, but the shifter was in reverse. So when I went to start it, it started taking off in reverse. So lesson learned, make sure your foot is on that clutch pedal and the shifter is in neutral. It has heat and AC. It's got the AC button. Rear squirters for your rear glass. You got your defrost for your rear, and I'm betting this is defrost for front. I don't know what this is. Might have had fog lights at one time. Aftermarket radio screwed into the dash. Got a storage compartment here with some money and a lighter. I'll have to grab that money later. Your glove box door, don't want to shut, but I imagine this thing here just needs to be turned. But you have your transfer case, gear shifting instructions, and you have your owner's manual and all your paperwork in here too. Original 84 owner's manual and owner's guide. This vehicle has 173,629 miles. You have your tach in the center, and you have your gauges over here. You got a temp gauge, oil gauge, fuel gauge, and volt gauge. And I don't know if someone could restore these gauges or not, but see how the black paint is starting to rust? I imagine they could take it apart and paint them or restore them. When this vehicle came in, the ignition was knocked out of it, but we did get this to run. What you can do is, if you have one of these vehicles or one similar to it, how we usually get vehicles to run that don't have a key is you can pull the back of the ignition out, which is this will actually slide up in there and is held in with a screw right here. You pull this out, and when your key gets inserted in this, it turns that. So if you pull this out of there, you can just take a flathead screwdriver, stick it in that slot, and turn it, and it'll fire up. As long as it don't have no crazy anti-theft or none of that crap, you can usually start vehicles like this. Like I said, it does have some rust in it. The hood has got some dents in it. The front bumper looks pretty good, which this here amazed me. This is a 1984, and check it out, it had headlight squirters. That's pretty cool. When you go through a mud puddle or something and you get mud up in your headlights, you just flip a switch and that sucker will start squirting your lights and clean them up. The vehicle's actually pretty straight, just rusty. But this is a 2F straight 6. I think it's like a 4.2 or 4.6 or something like that. It's got a really tall block on it, so it probably had a good amount of torque. I wish I could have drove this, but like I said, the clutch is out. I probably could stick it in first gear and then try and start it, but it really didn't want to fire up. It's been sitting for so long, but when it did fire up, it sounded pretty good. Good oil pressure. I didn't hear any noises when it fired up. So it does have an exhaust leak though, but other than that, it ran good. It is carbureted with a crap ton of vacuum lines everywhere, but it's not as bad as a Honda from this time period. It's got a West Virginia State Police inspection sticker. It was inspected in 1999. So that gives an idea of where it came from. The other thing I was going to show you guys, it was pretty interesting. When I inventory vehicles, I always open up the doors and I check on the inside lip of the door. I always check for rust. I always check, this bottom lip here for any rust. Because, it might look fine on the outside. Oh, look, no rust. But then when you open it up, the whole lip's ate out from the inside. But when I opened this front door up and I went to check for rust, I seen this little tag right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is like a Japan auto body. I cannot pronounce that. It's ARAKAWA auto body, and then it's got all their language or lettering right here. But I thought that was pretty cool. So this was overseas at one point in time and was probably wrecked, and they fixed it, and I guess they put a tag on the door, and then it was shipped over here. I thought that was pretty cool. So who knows where this vehicle's been. But there you guys have it. 84 Toyota Land Cruiser. I was super excited when I seen this thing come in. It's not every day you get something like this in. And I love the stance with them big tires on there. That it just sits right, I think. I would not lift it or nothing. I think that is a perfect stance for that truck. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.